Participants of the Business Incubator, dear guests, my name is Aiga Kalbjonoka. I am the CEO of the Private Investor Association Latvian Business Angel Network. In my presentation, I will tell you why the funding by business angels will help startups to get on the shortcut to profitability. If you have a business idea and you want to develop it, what types of investment are available for you? Well, it's no secret that usually the first investments can be referred to by 3 Fs: friends, family, and fools. This type of investment usually helps to lead your project or product to the concept. Then you need to look for another means of funding for faster growth. There are two options: loan and risk capital. Loan means a cheaper money because mainly you take a loan with a bank. Bank expects you to pledge your property, to have a collateral, and to observe a particular payment schedule and show particular performance indicators. I represent risk capital, and business angels is one of the types of risk capitals. Risk capitals is actually the only type of funding available for startups. You don't have any performance indicators to show, and you definitely are not willing and ready to mortgage your house or your mom's house. Investors, as part of the risk capital, expect your capital shares as well as your 100% commitment to the respective project. This is the best time for starting business in Latvia. Starting from this year and the next year, large funding will be available for startups. It will help them to develop their projects successfully. Here you can see depicted the means of funding offered by Altum. From the next year, acceleration funds and other types of risk capital funds will be available. You, as participants of the business incubator, are still in the stage of business and idea development. It is pre-acceleration stage. Business angels can come into play at any stage, already from the very beginning. Here in this pyramid, you will see the place and role of business angels. When we look at the pyramid of the population able to work, the first level is made up by employees. They work for somebody else and earn money. The second level involves self-employed. They work for themselves and earn money. The next level includes employers and entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs can provide jobs, and when reaching particular profitability, they may decide to invest in other companies and businesses. This pyramid also includes a section of startups. Startups are new companies with an ambition and willingness to build business, but they might lack resources and knowledge to do so. Therefore, on the one hand, they are entrepreneurs, and with help of investors, startups can make their business grow. On the top of the pyramid, there are business angels. They contribute not only financially, but also provide non-material support. It involves knowledge, experience sharing, contacts, as well as control mechanism. What makes business angels different to other types of risk capital, for instance, investment funds and acceleration funds? Business angels invest their own personal money in your project. Therefore, they have a maximum interest to retrieve and return the money, and business angels will help you as much as possible to become profitable and successful. As to the investments by business angels on European scale, I will illustrate how important business angels are. Recently, we received a survey from European Business Angel Network. In 2016, the total amount of investments in early-stage projects was around 10 billion euros. 6.7 billion out of them came from business angels. You probably have experienced that at the beginning of your entrepreneurship, when you only have idea, it is difficult to attract investors. And business angels are one of the few who are ready to invest in this early stage. As to the risk, according to the global statistics, 92% of startups who have received investments by business angels unfortunately end up unsuccessful, and only 8% of the companies or projects are actually developing, become successful and profitable, and do not cause costs and losses to the business angel. In Europe, there are around 500 associations of private investors. Latvian is one of them. It was founded in 2014. Therefore, the whole movement of business angels in Latvia is still in its early steps. We already have around 80 private investors as our members. Before Latvian, there were also other associations of private investors. The largest of them had only 8 investors. Our main mechanism for bringing investors together with projects is called investment sessions. We organize them on a monthly basis for startups to meet investors. This presentation is broadcast from the lecture hall of Riga Business School. This is a place where we hold the monthly investment sessions, and here startups meet investors. As to our members and their competences, here you can see a slide with business competencies of our members. Our members have participated in these companies as founders, participants, or investors. These companies represent different sectors. Here you can see the investment competency of our investors, the projects where they have actually invested in. Our investors invest not only in startups who have huge ambitions for fast growth, but they also invest in more classical, conventional projects. For instance, Kristaps tent rental, Mars 2049, which is a board game. They have also invested in kindergartens. Investors invest also in fast-growing projects. One of the latest success stories was company Sonocase. They provide equipment for enjoying music in such a high quality as it is expected by music recording studios. Currently, this equipment has been introduced in several hundreds of music recording studios all around the world. As to the investment statistics of our members, we collect information on the performance of our investigators, and we have statistics only for the last 2 years. In 2015, we had 42 members, 23 of them had made investments for the total amount of 6 million euros. 2.3 million out of them were invested in startups. In 2016, the number of members was 60. 42 of them had made investments for the total amount of 8.4 million euros. But the amount of investments in startups had increased only slightly from 2.3 to 2.44 million euros. You might ask why? Why the investment in startups had not increased with increasing number of members? It could be explained by global trends. In 2015-16, the investment made by business angels decreased. There was a time where startups was something new, something trendy, something interesting for startups. They invested in for business angels. Business angels invested in startups. They had particular forecasts and they had placed hopes on projects by startups, but often the projects were not successful, and business angels started to request not only high-quality ideas, but also other performance indicators. As to the revision and selection of the projects, we organize monthly investment sessions. We invite startups to apply for pre-selection stage. There they meet 4 experts. In the pre-selection stage, experts ask questions about the team, sales, finances, and product. You need to have high-quality presentation on each of these topics. After the pre-selection, you will receive feedback by our experts about the strengths and needs for improvement of your project. According to the feedback, there are 2 options. Either you are directed to the investment session, or you receive feedback from the experts on the things you need to improve. Then you need to do your homework and you can approach us later. If you are directed to the investment session, you will receive another consultation by one of our experts. It will help you to get prepared for meeting the investors. Here in this audience, in this lecture hall, you will meet our members during investment session. You will have 4 minutes for your presentation. It will be followed by 4 minutes for questions and answers. Then there will be informal networking. Investors may approach you, ask you additional questions and decide if they want to continue negotiations on investing in your company or not. Of course, not all of the members can attend investment sessions, therefore they can follow the sessions live online. The sessions are available not only as live broadcast but also as video recording so that investors can watch them later on at their convenience. You will also receive video recording of your presentation so you can evaluate how well you have presented your project. It is followed by investment negotiations. We try to identify the interests of all of the investors and organize the first meetings after the investment session. As to the attracting of investors and risks, in order to minimize the risks for investors when they invest in such an early stage of the project and also to help you to attract investors and funding, we have created a loan support program together with Altum. It allows you to receive loan by Altum without private collaterals and warranties. If you have a project with a private investor, business angel attracted, Altum is ready to provide you a loan without private collaterals and warranties. Involvement of a business angel in your project serves as a warranty. It is understandable that a business angel who has invested its private money is willing to help you as much as possible. The maximum amount of loan is 60% from Altum and 40% from business angel. The total amount is 150,000, but if you have a production product, it is up to 250,000 euros. That's it from my side. Start a business, develop it, learn from the experience of business angels, and I will be happy to see you in our investment sessions and pre-selection stages. We organize events every month and we are willing to give you consultations on how to attract funding. Thank you.